Hey there, RC Girl here. Today we're taking a look at the latest release from RC4WD. This is the new Trailfinder 2 1982 Toyota pickup. In this video, we're gonna unbox it. I'll show you everything it comes with. This is ready to run, so everything is included in this one box. We're gonna do some minor assembly, take a closer look at all the tiny features, and share what's been updated on the chassis. Let's dive on in. Before we jump in, a quick word from our sponsor, hydration company, Circle. I've been trying them out for a few weeks now, and I haven't left home without my Circle water bottle. It fits in my bag, in my cup holder in my car. It's a great workout companion, and it doesn't leak. I'm a big fan of their energy flavors. As my channel subscribers, you guys can get a free stainless steel bottle and flavor cartridge with your first order of $35 or more by going to drinkcircle.com/rcgirl. Okay, so how it works, you pick out your bottle. They have tons to choose from. I have the 22-ounce plastic bottle with a chill sleeve in blue. Then you pick out your flavors. They have over 100 to choose from at drinkcircle.com. They're constantly releasing new and limited edition flavors. Once you've picked out your bottle and your sips, fill your bottle with water, you screw them onto your bottle and enjoy. Whether you need an energy pick-me-up like I do around 2 to 3 p.m. daily, something to support your workout with electrolytes, or just an all-around great daily flavor, they have you covered. The caps even have a flavor dial from 0 to 10, so you can dial in how flavored you want your water. Make sure to flip the cap into the fin. Each sip is equivalent of 6 20-ounce fully flavored bottled beverages. And what I really like, no sugar, no calories. They have absolutely no artificial colors or flavors. Circle makes it super easy to stay hydrated throughout the day. Really grateful for their partnership. Head over to drinkcircle.com/rcgirl to get your free white stainless steel bottle and flavor cartridge with your first order of $35 or more. Now back to our video. If you're new to RC4WD, they are the king of ultra-scale trail trucks and accessories. They make several chassis and hard bodies designed to look as scale as possible. They've added this to the growing lineup of Trailfinder 2 hard body options with 2 really cool new liveries, this red and the blue one that I got. This super scale tiny truck comes with absolutely everything you need to hit the trail. If you've been eyeing one of the RC4WD trucks for a while, this new body option might just get you to pull the trigger. They look amazing. Here is everything included in the box. These trucks go for $529.99 at the time of filming this. I'll put a link to it in the description box below, along with a $30 off discount code if you want to pick one up for yourself. It is a steep price tag, but it does come ready to run and includes everything you need to hit the trail right out of the box. Let's take a look. Of course, we get this lovely vintage 1982 Toyota hardbody and the Trailfinder 2 chassis. We'll cover these in more detail in a second. This is an 11.2-inch wheelbase truck, so it's gonna be shorter than a lot of other 1/10 scale chassis out there. I really like the stance of this, good height, looks pretty mean, doesn't look out of proportion. If you want a bigger truck, RC4WD does actually make a longer wheelbase Trailfinder 2 chassis, the LWB. This is going to be 12.4 inches, which fits any of their long wheelbase bodies like my Toyota Extra Cab. Worth mentioning also, if this is out of your price range, they do sell a chassis kit for both the 11.2 and 12.4 inch wheelbase trucks if you want to do a custom build from the start. We also get an XR3 3-channel transmitter and receiver. There's a lot of tuning on this. I have had a couple Trailfinder 2s, and I always say this, but these transmitters look a little bit dated. Lots of functionality though, so I think that makes up for it. You can set your steering, throttle, and 3rd channel endpoints, as well as steering and throttle trim. Also has channel reversing. There is a 3rd channel switch here on the side. I don't believe this is linked to anything yet. We just have our steering and our throttle. Unless you have really long thumbs, you probably can't reach the wheel to do one-handed driving, but I printed this adapter here, easily solved. You'll also find the 4 AA batteries you need to power it in the box. You also get a wall charger with an XT60 connector and all the different country adapters. To power the truck, you'll get a 3000 milliamp NAMH battery with an XT60 connector. And although this is ready to run, there is some minor assembly required. They provide some upgrades and optional parts in the box, so let's install those now. Alrighty, let's take a look at the body and chassis in more detail. This is a really great vintage replica of a 1982 Toyota pickup. Really love the vintage livery. This is going to be really similar though to their Mojave 2 body that RC4 Drive has made for the Trailfinder 2 platform for many years now. I think now they just have the official licensing, so all the parts for the Mojave 2 and previous Trailfinder 2s will fit on this truck. On the front, we get some really nice headlight lenses. These are all separate pieces. Really great to see. They already have headlights and amber lights installed in this body. We have a molded front grille, really nice detail here, cool retro Toyota logo. Also, we get emblems on the side here. These aren't stickers. As you saw, we chose to install the optional front bumper here. This, I believe, is their second version of the bumper that originally came on their Marlin crawler. We also have our chrome bumper here, so I don't know if we need both of those. Maybe we take the chrome one off. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? We have some sticker decals here on the side. One thing, we might just do a little slice to separate the body panel from the sticker. We have a little flexible silicone side mirrors here. They also provide mirror stickers to add to those. Our plastic sliders here are also an updated design. They did come in handy a few times already, helping to prevent the body from getting all scratched up. Taking a look at the rear of the truck, really nice light lenses again, a nice Toyota emblem. This actually had the transfer tape originally on it, so I just peeled that away. Make sure to do that. We also installed the optional plastic rear bumper. Seems to be a little bit bent on mine. We'll have to see if we can bend that back in place with some heat. Our little antenna here is also flexible silicone. Really love that you get a built-out scale interior, even an instrument panel sticker, pretty cool. Our doors do not open though, those are a single piece. Also, the tailgate does not open. On some of their other trucks it has, so surprising to see that, but we do have a built-out engine bay. The hood up front here is held on by tube magnets. Even has a little kickstand here where you can hold the front hood open. How beautiful is this engine bay? Great to see RC4 Drive including these on many of their new ready-to-run truck releases going forward. So getting the body off does take a little bit of time. You have to maneuver it over the front fenders and also align it with 2 screw holes on each side. And then there are 2 clips on the rear holding in the bed. The on and off switch is accessible under the truck with the body on, but always good practice to unplug your battery after each use, which requires getting under the body. We have super scale 1.7 inch inner diameter BF Goodrich KO2 all-terrain tires. The rims are stamped steel bead locks, painted chrome. They do require a little separate adapter which is provided in order to remove the scale wheel nuts. You'll have to make sure that you don't lose this little tiny thing or you're going to have a lot of trouble removing your wheels in the future. Taking a look underneath our body, all our electronics are going to be the same as the other Trailfinder 2 platforms, I believe. We're going to get a 540 size 45 turn brush motor paired with an Outcry 3 waterproof ESC. You can switch between 3 different drive modes controlled with this jumper plug here. You can also switch between NAMH and LiPo batteries using the jumper plugs. Driving wise, this is going to be nice and slow, good for scale crawling. I would like maybe a little bit less drag brake, but I don't think we can adjust that on this motor ESC transmitter combo. For steering, we have a Twister Metal Gear digital servo. I'll put the specs on the screen. It is relatively fast for the weight of the truck. Staying true to scale, this is going to be a leaf sprung chassis. These are set up to be relatively soft, at least for leaves. You get some decent body movement, decent articulation. These are paired with updated shock dampers, which are now equipped with their X-rings to allow for smoother movement. If you'd like to do some additional suspension tuning, in the box is also a spare helper spring and an internal spring for the damper. For our drivetrain, this truck features the R3 single-speed transmission, which uses a metal shaft to power the center-mounted cast metal hammer transfer case. This chassis also comes with RC4-wheel drives, Yoda 2 ultimate scale cast axles. They have removable diff covers, and in the front, we have an offset pumpkin with updated steering knuckles. The front axle uses 2 ball bearings and a longer, lower screw to support the XVD outdrive. The front and rear differentials are fully locked to ensure constant wheel speed for 4-wheel drive off-road performance. Our battery tray is located in the rear. We're gonna strap our battery in, and I think that is it for all the details about this new truck. So let's talk about some pros. I really love the look of this body. They did an amazing job. Yeah, it is similar in style to the Mojave 2 body, but now they have the licensing, the 2 new retro liveries, you get a scale interior, the front hood opens to the scale 22R engine bay. So anything for the previous Mojave 2 TF2, everything's gonna be cross compatible. A steep price tag for most people, but great that everything is included, so you can literally just take this box out to the trail, get ready to go right away. A couple cons here, you can see underneath the rear, so that does take a little bit away from the scale looks. It would be nice to add some rear fenders here. Maybe there's a 3D print available, I'll have to check. Also, mine came with a rear bumper that was bent. I think that we could take a little heat and bend that back in place, but just something to mention. Someone commented recently on one of my reels that this truck won't stand a chance against something like a TRX4, but you need to set your expectations properly. This would be considered a Class 1 rig. It's not going to outcrawl a bigger truck like that. You're likely to get better performance with a longer wheelbase, bigger tires, something that doesn't have a hard body on it. So it's a bit like comparing apples to oranges. This is a scale truck, it's pricey, it's meant to be driven ASAP or as scale as possible. So what it lacks in getting up that super technical terrain, it makes up for in scale points. If you have some extra fun money lying around and don't know where to put it, I think everyone deserves a RC 4-wheel drive scale truck in their fleet. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Huge thank you to RC 4-wheel drive for sending one of the trucks out to try out and feature on my channel. Huge thank you to my community of patrons on Patreon. Thank you also to Circle for sponsoring this video and keeping us hydrated. I'll see you later.